Okay. All right, so I added left quarter, right quarter, left profile, right profile. I select that face. I should see all these marked here as behaviors. Right quarter, left profile. No, that's correct. Right profile. And then, of course, there's up and down, which I didn't do. And then I got frontal. So now, with that head, something's goofy. What's happening? This is a terrible video already. Did I lose my head turner? I think I did. I've been messing with my own puppet and not paying attention to where I am with it. Okay. Face has what on it? A face. Yep, I lost it somehow. That's fine. There we go. Cool. So I got my head turns there. There's the whole profile view. Wow. The eyes are in there and everything is cool. Now, the other thing I do is I'll take very complicated sets of things like mouths and I will break them out into their own puppet. And I'll just even rig this. I have a whole puppet scene that is just the mouths that go with this character. And I do that so that one, they're safe. I don't have to ever hook them up again. And two, so that I could like distribute them to people. Like, some of you might have been using some of my mouth sets. So I have the mouth set here. And if I click on it, I actually see that it has its front mouth happy, it's sad, it's neutral, and it's already kind of set up for this. And now all I got to do is go into these layers, my frontal, my profile, my right quarter, my left quarter, some of which I left this face in. Oh well. And I will drag these mouths in. And then I will just place them where I think they should go. Maybe right there. And then I'll bring it into the right profile. And so if it's right profile, I mean, it would end up kind of here. I'm just going to fudge it for right now for expediency's sake. I don't want to bore you all to death. Left profile. And, normally I just hide layers and kind of drop them in so I can see what I'm actually doing here. But I'm just kind of guesstimating right now. Where this is going to break, of course, is I don't have a, uh, a real profile set. So, you know, it's going to look not quite right, but that's fine. This one actually goes over here somewhere. But oops, oh geez, I drugged the garden in there. But for demonstration's sake, this will be just fine, I think. And that's left quarter or whatever. Yeah. Okay. So now I rigged one mouth. I only did it one time, but I drug it into all of my views. And so you see, it just works. And if I press my buttons for them, which I don't remember, here. Let me refresh this. There we go. There, now he's sad. Now he's sad in all the views. He's so sad. Or he's happy. Now he's happier. Look how happy he is. Cool. So that is super handy, and it's really going to cut down on your work. And you can do this with your eyeballs. You can do it with anything that makes sense. And each one of these, actually, if I wanted to, I kind of want them to add like a skewing tool. That would help a lot. But I can go to the properties for each one, each Hilda mouth set that I just brought in, and I can actually touch the scale properties and stuff under the layer. And those are all independent of each other. So I can change each one however I like. Um, okay, so the other thing I'm messing with then, I'm going to close up the head, is the body here. I got the left arm, and I have these hands. Oops, I made a mistake. Hold on. Left arm. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Well, Well, just for sake of expedience, I'll do it this way, I guess. Okay. So I have hands. I have one set of hands that's going to go with this left arm down. And I got one set of hands that goes here with this left arm up. And this, you know what, this isn't normally how I do it. I'm going to just group these real quick. Because I usually just make nice, neat groups. Otherwise, you get to wire things all weird and it's just stupid. Hold on one second here. Oops. And Control G in Photoshop, by the way, will let you group whatever's selected. Okay. Refresh this bad boy. There we go. So now I have like a left arm. This broke my arms though, you see? So changing the names of things, unfortunately, just breaks stuff. So good planning is great. I'm going to make these both independent here. The left arm up and left arm down. And now they just have my hands inside of here, which I've split up and I've made multiple hands. Left arm up. There we go. So I'm just going to re-rig this here real quick. This isn't the part of the lesson I'm trying to get to, so I'm going to blow through it here real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Doesn't matter. I'll get through it fast. Dragger. Handler. And this is just, I'm just doing that arm setup we've done a few times here. There we go. Okay. Left arm down. Left arm up. Cool. All right, so I have my left arm down, my left arm up, which is now composed of a group of hands and the arm background art, this black stick of an arm here that I've got. The hands have multiple hands inside of them. And what I'm going to do here is make it so we can switch through these hands using a layer picker. So if I select the hands, I find that little plus. I can add a layer picker to this. Hands here. And I can grab this one, do the same thing. Layer picker. And what a layer picker does is it gives you a value here called index offset that will cycle through all the children of the layer you put that on. So I put it on the hand, so it's going to cycle through hands 2, hands 3, and hand 1 whenever I change this index offset value. The cool thing about this is you can go into your control panel here, go into layout mode, and just like I did with this head position strength, I can drag that index offset into here, and I can do that for both sets of hands. Boom. And since I only have 3 hands, I'm going to set this value to be 1, 2, and you actually have to shoot over by 1, 4, and 4. And then I can grab both of these index offset values and I can group them and call that group hands. So if I go into my record panel now, come on, buddy. There we go. I'm going to have these controllers here, this controller here for my hands. And I can cycle through the 3 different hands that I have. We'll zoom in so you can see there. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Now if I switch to my left arm up, that thumb is still up. It's still on the same hand. See, now he's pointing. He's always pointing. This is controlling both sets of hands at once. And that's really nice for continuity's sake. Now, another cool thing you can do, if you wanted to, it's not as major right now, But let's say we get into multiple arms, multiple body poses, yada yada. I can do that same thing to these hands. I can right click on the hands and I can say make hands shareable. Then I could actually get rid of this hands group and put that in it, or I could go ahead and drag them into my right arms. And again, each instance that you drag in, each puppet instance that you drag into your puppet has its own layer properties. So it can be scaled to negative 100 and X. So you basically already have your hands for the other arm here. Right there. And the cool thing is, if you set this hand up with everything that you want beforehand, all those properties will carry over to this puppet that you made. And so every instance of it that you bring into your main puppet will already have all those settings, just like I did with my mouth. Another cool thing you can do is hack the transform behavior. So every character has a transform, and when you're in record and you have your puppet selected and you're like, oh, I can't see the whole puppet, and I say, oh, go over here to the transform. This transform controls the entire puppet, and this is where you can scale them down, up and down, or you could rotate it, you know, like so. But you can put one of these. You can put any behavior on any darn thing you want to, is the cool thing. And so if you want to get a little more, you know, something special into your animation, you can get your hands and you can put a transform on them. And now, just like I did with, you know, the layer pickers for the hands, I can go into layout, I can grab that hands transform, and I can get its rotation and drag it in. Yep, rotation. And then depending on, well, that's the left arm down, isn't it? Just make sure that the handle of this is in a good spot. Right there. I can go to record. And then my controls. And I can rotate my hand if I want to, which is really cool. Hey, hey. You know. Oh, wait, I think I broke the dragger on it, though. I need to make them independent, that's why. And I need to make them stick. That draggable handle. That should work. Or I just sent you down a path where I have no idea what I'm talking about. No, I don't know. Let's find out. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so all I did there is I made the hands independent with the crown. And then every one of these layers actually has another property over here under the layer properties. That's called attach to. So I just attached it to that draggable handle at the end of the arm. I say, go ahead and follow that. And so that's what they do now. But they're independent, so they don't try to deform any of the left arm. They'll just have this own independent rotation that I can do. Oh, no, you didn't. You can waggle your finger now, see? You never thought it possible in Character Animator, but here, at Griffin Moore. I think that was all the things. There we go.